Hi, I'm Shelley Craft. Last week on The Block saw our teams turn their attention to the vital kitchen and dining areas. The judges found something to love in all the rooms. But as we know, the opposition isn't always as positive.
The quality and the finishing of our house, I think, is very superior to a lot of the places.
Ugliest table I've ever seen in my life.
Looks a bit like a picnic table.
The scores are in and the claws are out. So it's time to invite the neighbours over on The Block Unlocked.
Here comes another one. Here comes another one.
After 6 weeks on The Block, our teams were asked to create the heart and soul of every home, the kitchen and dining area. Now, with their styles well established, our teams pushed the limits of their creativity, and the results were simply stunning. Josh and Jenna exceeded expectations when they not only created an amazing kitchen and dining room, but also recreated their living room from last week. And the outcome was worth all the effort.
We have a winner for kitchen and dining room week. Josh and Jenna.
We'll show you a beautiful new kitchen. We've got these beautiful designer Scandinavian light bulbs with silicon leads. I think they're a real feature.
Electric cooktop, all the mod cons. This is the feature of our room, our massive light.
We've got some beautiful fiberglass Ings replica Eiffel chairs.
And our amazing, massive 8-seater dining table, which actually fits in this space perfectly.
And the judges agreed that Josh and Jenna had finally redeemed themselves.
Josh and Jenna's kitchen and dining is probably one of the most exciting rooms I've seen yet in this competition.
This is very cool. Doesn't get much better than this. You want people to walk into these rooms and go, wow, yes, I want this and I want it now.
Yeah. What they've done so well in the kitchen is they've delivered the sort of Scandinavian style, which is so popular at the moment.
They've put the sink underneath the bench, which I love.
And the touch cupboards, John, which I love. You just can't go past this dining table. Yeah. It's incredible. And this big pendant lamp.
It's a great aesthetic. I mean, I'm with you, Neil. I love it.
They've always been very good on their lighting, Josh and Jenna. And the star of the show really is the huge oversized bell pendant lamp that they used over their dining table in the dining area, which was a standout. It's very clever and I think very on the money.
But did the neighbours think it was on the money?
That is massive.
Yeah, wowzers. It doesn't feel overly homely, in my opinion.
It's the sterility of it.
Oh.
Isn't that cool? Yeah, that was the light that cost $4,000 or something.
What?
That's good. Where did they get that? Do you know what it reminds me of?
What?
The old 50s blow dryers, where it comes over, your cone comes over your head. Pooh! The quality and the finishing of our house, I think, is very superior to a lot of the places. I think that they've only won because of the space. And that's purely it.
Katrina and Amy began the week with a cash injection from the Cooking Challenge, and they went on to create an avant-garde kitchen and living area with some cutting-edge features.
Hello. Hi, welcome to our kitchen and dining room.
Our kitchen matches beautifully with everything else that we've done in the house. It's the blacks, the whites and the silver. We've done a massive big mirror at the back here to make the room seem a lot bigger. And then over here we've done a bit of artwork here, which was inspired from Mark Tuckey's store. We made these ourselves. We think it looks just like the real thing.
We've bought a big 6-seater table on wheels. It's really funky, it's really industrial, it's solid. It really makes a statement in this room. We've gone for some cool light shades. We think they make a real impact on the room as soon as you walk in.
And Neil's reaction was high praise indeed.
It's really interesting, isn't it, John? They've given an old terrace house a really sort of modern, funky warehouse feel. They have done a great job that is really in keeping, I think, with the feel of the house. I mean, they are industrial inner city Richmond, and they have delivered an industrial inner city kitchen. I mean, the light fittings, I haven't seen those before.
I love them.
And I'm thinking that that's a really interesting feature. I love the pendant lamps that they had above the dining table. I love the industrial dining table that they've chosen too, with the casters on it that they can wheel out onto the deck in the summer. Very, very clever choices.
Didn't like the teacups on the wall.
Oh, I didn't hate the teacups, just didn't really get the teacups. I couldn't believe that they'd wasted so much time stringing the teacups together.
I think they're right back in the running, courtesy of the last 2 weeks' rooms, which were both fabulous.
But some of the neighbours were more confused than impressed.
They've got fish things.
Fish
honey.
things.
They look like the fish
Spencer
nets
Moore,
thing.
chum. A ring lock. Keep the sheep out.
I love it. God, it's risky, wasn't it? Paid off, but
Yeah, that looks good.
oh, that's awesome.
This didn't really knock me off my chair when I came in. I love the lights and the thought around those lights.
And I love the perforated steel chairs.
Yeah, we can make them, honey. Jeez. That's just our scrap, isn't it?
Nice
Very
kitchen.
nice.
Not much bench space over there. They couldn't really do much else, but
No.
Not a functional kitchen for a cook.
No.
But have they left enough room to cook?
They're going for more people that want to just bring takeaways home and eat at the table, I reckon, more so than ours. We've gone with the full kitchen. You know, you can cook what you like.
After the break, it's a real cook's kitchen. But have Rod and Tanya forgotten the guests? Welcome back to The Block Unlocked. Tanya's glossy styling and Rod's sheet metal mastery combined to create a cooking space that any chef would be thrilled with. Were they proud of it? You'd better believe it.
G'day guys, how you
Hi
going?
guys, welcome to our beautiful kitchen. Look at our beautiful stainless steel bench tops that we put in. Beautiful square sink set in a nice Portofino bench top. Check out this. Again, we have our awesome electric blinds, which then leads us out to a serving area.
With the wine fridge just handy there, beer's not too far away. People in Melbourne love that. Al fresco dining outside, barbecues, doesn't get much better than that.
The judges were really impressed with the spectacular kitchen. But Rod and Tanya's biggest risk yet would ultimately drop them back into third place this week.
It's light and bright, isn't it?
It certainly is. It's pretty impressive, John. And I think the tragedy with Tanya and Rod's kitchen was that they created a kitchen that was such a perfect cook's kitchen. If ever there was a kitchen that was made for an entertainer, it was this one. It had everything. Impressive, but what is occurring to me is where are they going to eat?
Well, a 3-bedroom house with 2 bathrooms and no dining room is a serious problem. It's a pity because, I mean, the kitchen is 6-star, but without a dining area, that's a pretty big floor.
I mean, when you start taking all the details in, we've got a wine fridge. It's always a good touch. We've got a serious-looking gas cooker, gas hob with 5 rings. I think the individual features of Rod and Tanya's kitchen really tick a lot of boxes.
They have, right throughout the show, been a very strong couple. I'm not going to be surprised if they're right up there at the end of the auction with one of the winning bids.
And now over to the neighbours.
I love it.
Stainless looks good.
oh wow,
Yeah, they've got the one.
God, that's
They've got
amazing.
Yeah, so there's no dining table, they've just got the breakfast bar.
Yeah,
Which will be hard when they go to sell it, I think.
It's quite a big kitchen. It's quite in your face for the size of the room, that's all.
And there's no dining table,
There's
so
no
you can
dining
only
table.
have 4 people sit here.
I do love how ours still has a table that you can sit at with knives and forks with your family.
If somebody really wants a dining table and does a lot of dinner parties, they're not going to buy this.
I reckon this is a $1 billion kitchen.
Good on us.
Yeah.
Polly and Woz really thought about their small space and made some clever design decisions to ensure their kitchen and living room were smart and functional.
Hi, welcome to your new kitchen. Come on in. We've decided to have quite a lot of storage in our kitchen, so we've gone for a bit of a bigger kitchen. Great island bench with the double sinks, and then one of my favourites, the Zip Hydro Tap, which means constant boiling hot water. And this is actually our coffee table from the living room. We've brought it up and rotated it to make it a 6-seater dining table. You may have noticed that we've taken off the telegraph poles, the wall sticker, and replaced it with the spindleberry tree. But that was basically because of the judges' comments.
Well, we said bye-bye birdie to the birds on the wire, so that was a good outcome.
It's interesting.
Interesting, yeah. That's the first word that came into my head too, John. Fixtures and fittings on first sight, when you walk in, look good. It's been very professionally done.
I love the fact they've recessed and sunk the sink, and they've put that underneath the bench top. They've got a fabulous little zip instant hot and cold water. There's that great intercom system as you come in. I mean, that's really high quality. Their kitchen was good, not great, in my opinion.
Something not quite right about the proportions in here.
The kitchen in those homes is a fairly small space. I think in a small space, you've got to limit the amount of things going on.
Normally, I'm the biggest fan of the island bench. This kitchen actually might have benefited from not having an island bench. Can't believe I'm saying that. Or if at least they were going to have the island, then it should have been maybe smaller, because what's happening in this kitchen is it's encroaching too much into the living space.
Yeah, very odd to have your dining table separating your television and your living space.
So, the judges didn't like it. But what did the other teams think about the quirky dining option?
Oh, cool. Oh, there's their table that pops up. How's that? Remember that's little?
Yeah.
And then it's a cup.
I'm coming here for breakfast.
I was just going to say, do you reckon we could eat that?
That needs to be the other way, because you wouldn't sit in your couch behind your breakfast table and watch TV through that.
Awesome idea, but it's ugliest table I've ever seen in my life.
It looks a bit like a picnic table.
I think they could have done better with the layout, personally. I think that there would have been a better option.
See, to me, that is a waste of space.
Definitely last place this week, unfortunately. Definitely the chumps. I'm going to get right into them.
Holly and Woz.
Yes.
Let me get you a beer. Let me get you 2 beers. Here we go.
That must be your...
After the break, we see how the block residents are going, creating their backyard haven and that all-important curb appeal. Over the past 6 weeks, our teams have been renovating their homes, not only just to be beautiful inside and out, but also very green. The homes have all been designed with the latest environmentally sustainable design principles in mind. These include high-spec gas heaters, beacon solar panels for all their energy needs, and the rainwater tanks with Grundfos pumps.
What we've got here is a great little rainwater harvesting system. Yep. So the rainwater gets collected by the stainless rainwater tank, and then it comes into the Grundfos PM Rain. Yep.
So basically, your rainwater feeds the majority of your house, and as soon as it's low, kicks over to main. But in the meantime, you're not paying for the water.
Exactly.
As all these elements come together, this week our teams are faced with completing all the outdoor areas. They're exhausted and overwhelmed by the task that faces them. But their biggest enemy, Mother Nature.
I couldn't have picked a worse time in history to attempt to drill these holes. It's been raining, hailing, I've been mud up to me shins. It's just atrocious.
There's no chance of being finished on Sunday. No chance at all, especially if it keeps raining.
And when the waters had receded, Amy and Katrina tackled the issue of painting the entire house.
We're not setting up scaffolding trends. We're just going to paint with the ladder, and that'll have to be it.
I know some of our neighbours have been worried that we would have to construct scaffolding ourselves, and I just, felt like it was way out of our league.
Hello, girls. The boys have kindly offered, and we're going to build the scaffold for you to get you up nice and high and get you off the ladder.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And it was all systems go again.
Rodney, have you got a spa? We're all jumping in. Hey.
Bathers optional.
Well, you want to save that for the block after dark, that one.
It's pretty obvious now that Rod's bought a spa because he carried it through our backyards with the help of 12 tradesmen, and there's no way I was going to help him.
2 of our teams enlisted the help of old friends to get them over the line.
Rod gave me a call the other day and he said, mate, I need you. Can you give me a spare couple of days to help finish this job off for him and finish the house to, the standard that these guys have done inside?
Well, Jen and I aren't the best landscapers in the world, so we're really relying on Aaron to carry us through the finish line.
Josh and Jen had changed their mind quite a lot. The design did a real backflip, and so I had to basically start again, which does get frustrating, you know, when you're spending so much time and effort, you know, doing a design.
And it was business as usual over at Josh and Jenna's place, where the fighting continued ad nauseum.
The whole thing.
You can go back to Mitre 10 and change it, Jenna.
I know what I want.
You don't,
no
Jenna.
one's doing it for me.
You don't, okay, so what are we putting in the back fence?
In 7 weeks, all of our teams have come so far and dealt with so much. It's no surprise then that in the last crucial few days, tempers are frayed and emotions are boiling over.
Getting really concerned about this paint, darling.
Don't worry about it, Keith. I'm not discussing it with you, okay?
Welcome back to the Block Unlocked. Well, here we are at the pointy end of this massive renovation competition. When the judges arrive on Sunday, hopefully they'll see 4 houses completed inside and out. That is, if our teams can withstand the pressure, the fatigue, and each other.
The body can only do what it can do, and if it shuts down, I can't pull it back.
Physical pain and insecurities have held them back this week. But will Katrina and Amy be able to put it all behind them?
I think yesterday I knew the end was near, and I could see that it was only, really a few days and the whole house was to be done.
Or will Keith be the straw that breaks the camel's back?
No, hear me. I'm worried about the sale of this house.
Okay.
All right, I'm really
Keith,
concerned.
like I said, I'm not discussing it with you. Thank you, but it's fine.
Maybe over there, guys.
Rod and Tanya's grand outdoor room is back on track, but they know that they're far from done.
I've thought I've had some monumental tasks so far on the block, but this last one, with 3 days to go, is the biggest of all. What we have to do between now and reveal is phenomenal.
With a professional garden designer on board, Josh and Jenna's outdoor area should be superior. But indecision and infighting threaten the entire project.
Yeah, I don't really care about this garden anymore because my input means nothing.
I don't understand what your problem is. It's just a joke. You're just being so selfish and so mean.
Holly and Woz have taken most things in their stride this week, but will it be the little things that catch them out in the final hours?
You guys are going to have to put another batten through there. It's one piece of timber.
Someone else's fault.
It's one piece of timber from there to there.
Why do some of these roofers come in, do it and we have to pick up the pieces? It's the only thing we have ever asked up about. This is the last week, your last chance to prove to your buyer that you have the best house on the block.
It's easily the hardest week. Like, room's got nothing on this. You look back now and you think, how the hell did I not finish a room?
I will cry if we are the chumps this week. I would be absolutely devastated because I'll be wondering what the judges are looking at.
We'd just love to go out with a bang, and I think that if you can win the outside of the house, it shows that you've got good curb appeal, and obviously on auction day, that's massive.
It's been all about beautiful designs and fabulous finishes, but there is still so much to do in the next 48 hours. Come hell or high water, the judges will be here on Sunday to consider their final and most important verdict yet. Join us as the outdoor areas are revealed on The Block 2011.